Hello and welcome back. So I'm going to make my way back to Sidorovich and the Rocky Village, as I mentioned in the last episode, and get rid of some of this gear. And then probably tackle one of the side quests. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do just yet, but something like that. I don't think I can run much at the moment because I'm carrying so much gear. What's the limits? Well, 60 is kind of like the sort of, call it healthy threshold. We're nearly at 68. So I think running's out of the question at the moment. Nothing's happening when I'm trying to run anyway. No, I think I'll just stick to the pistol in case that thing blows up in my face again. Never quite sure how the dogs are going to react. They can be very skittish, run past you and then turn around and go for you. Sounds like a flesh pig has been caught in an anomaly. Alright, I can run now, but probably not for far. Major stutter there. NPCs are probably being loaded in to the game world. Alright, there's a boar there. He's coming back by the looks of it. I like the way I don't know if it's a standard feature, but it's probably just exclusive to this mod or something, but when you put your sidearm away, that looks pretty good. I haven't actually noticed it with the rifle yet. Yeah, I don't know whether that's different or not, but the pistol certainly appears to be. Do I have anything to say to you? Oh yeah. So we made it okay at the car park. Jellyfish, right. I'm not going to engage in any more quests just yet. So the jellyfish in this mod is, like most mods, not a very good artifact. It's not absolutely rubbish, but it's not good at all. I think there's one or two mods I've played where it's been quite a good one. Right, let's go back to Sid and sell some of this gear and take it from there.
Все брошен нахрен и свалю.
Just going to make sure it's unloaded. I think everything is unloaded actually. Yeah. Good.
Got anything valuable?
Right, so everyone was killed except for one. Here's the flash drive. Right, so I've got some cash, medkits. Ah, field repair kit, that's interesting. I don't think I'll bother with that. It's just not worth the risk, really. If you saw the last video, then you'll have noticed that one of those guns blew up in my face. Oh, I might as well sell the rat carcasses to Sidorovich. I tend to keep those sort of things if the scientists find them of use, but I'm not so sure that they do in this. Illumination grenade, that's quite an interesting idea. Right.
Not bad. Some pretty good stuff you've got there.
I'd probably sell the heavier items of food, actually, rather than stack up on loads of food generally. Are they irradiated? Right, okay, so let's sell the potatoes. I think that's about it at the moment. Oh, we've got some diet sausage here. I'll just sell the potatoes for now, I think. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Not bad. Some pretty good stuff you've got there.
So, military uniform with a bulletproof vest is a lot of cash. More than 4 times what I've got.
Полезная хреновина, которая будет помогать тебе не сдохнуть в зоне.
This might be the bit where we actually get the main mission, I think, but I can't be sure. Got any special missions for me? I think I clicked the wrong thing. So this mission, which is about using the car that I mentioned in the last video, if you can call it a car, to get to the bridge to what is it exactly? Deliver some stuff in exchange for some weapons, I think. I might not do it in this particular campaign actually, because I didn't really think it was that great a quest. Although I think it's good that they included it, but I just think I'll leave it out for this one. Hang on a sec, I think I've got to do it, haven't I? I think I have. Just suddenly realised that I've got to do it. I think obviously it's part of the storyline, or part of the. It's been woven into the story somehow. Right, so at the moment, nothing else. Right, okay. I might somehow delay doing that mission, even though he's told me to go ahead and do it. Oh, that bloody radio music. It's one thing I can't bear in some of these mods is it's alright at first, but after a while, it just really gets on my bloody wick. The sound of that radio. Right, I've got a few rounds for the, is it the MP5? Pretty quick loading animation, as you would expect. Actually, what condition is that in compared to the... Alright, that's bad. Schmeiser, MP40, that's a World War II weapon, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'll stick with that for now, I think. Nothing of great importance, but I figured that there may have been something I missed. So what's our carry weight? Oh, right, 36, so pretty good. I think I forgot to go up on the roof here last time, but whether there'll be anything, I don't know. Not much, just one of these little boxes over here. Alright, got a few things there, that was worth doing. I think some mods you can find an artifact here or something. Alright, let's just check this quest out again. Oh, find the perfected suit. I should imagine if that's a part of a sort of a main quest, then there isn't, although they say it's urgent, you can take your time to do it, whereas this one, the perfected suit, which I think Nimble asked me to do, I've only got a day left. Although the great thing about this particular mod is that I've altered the actual day cycle, time cycle. So if I play, say, an hour in real time, then it's actually equates to about, I think it's half an hour in the game day. So, you know, going through a day in the game takes quite a long time, which is what I want. I will sort myself out in a moment. So yeah, I'm going to try and find the perfected suit, which I didn't mean to do that. Alright, the key that I'm using for aim is... Can you not aim with a shotgun? Yeah, I think it's with a shotgun. You don't have that. Oh, here he comes. Cool, 4 of them. 4 hooves, so what does that give me? Used in drugs and anti-radiation serum. Yeah, I don't think you can actually, can't think of the bloody word, you know, where you sort of zoom in with the shotgun. You can do it with, like an AK. Yeah. Iron sights is what I was trying to find. Just couldn't think of it. Yeah, 1 second they'll do that to you, then they'll turn around and come back in a pack of them. So let's see if I can find the perfected suit. And I should imagine actually it's quite a dangerous mission to do this early on, really. But on the other hand, it is an early mission, so it is doable. Got a field repair kit here somewhere. I'm probably going to bide my time before I use it. I don't want to use it on something. I mean, I may end up picking up a, you know, a nice weapon somewhere. So I'd rather wait until I find something really good, or at least half decent anyway. Yeah, you can hear so much activity up here. Quite daunting. Depends on the mod you're playing, but sometimes this is quite tough. Can go horribly wrong very fast. I've done it again. Bit lucky there. They walked into the anomalies while I was fumbling about with my weapons. Completely hopeless, really, in that instance there. I would have been just caught with my pants down, really. Oh, I can hear something. It looks to be an artifact over there. That's the meat chunk, I think. Not the best use of a grenade. No. Oh, would you believe that? God almighty. Pistol, where are you when I need you? Well, that nearly went horribly wrong. I just figured that by throwing a grenade in there, if there were several of them in there, contained in the tunnel, it would take them out. I thought it was a fairly sensible use of a grenade. Yeah, I think I killed a couple. Looks to be one of those cats, I think, yeah. Right, that's the affected suit, I think. I start to lose track otherwise of what I've taken on as jobs to do on the side. I'm quite content just to let the bleeding slow down on its own. As long as it you know, goes in the right direction, goes from orange to yellow to green, whatever the sequence is. Does anyone know where the next blowout is going to happen? Well, that's the $64 million question. Just trying this time to record with a lower bit rate than before, seeing if it makes a slightly, you know, improves performance a bit, but I don't think it'll make much difference really. Wasn't too bad, it was alright. Got no major complaints. Bugger off. Well, it doesn't take much to get encumbered again. I think it's these hooves, isn't it? 4 of them at 2.5, so that's 10 kilos right off the bat there. That suits 4 kilograms. Yeah, the bleeding stopped, which is a good thing. Especially if you have little or nothing in the way of bandages, then it's a real lifesaver. Yeah, I don't know if I'm not pressing the right key or not, but if you can't sort of iron sight with a, the shotgun, I think it's a bit of a shame, really. It's quite nice just to sort of aim down at, and gives you a bit more confidence when mutants are running at you, charging at you. Alright, didn't need my help at all. Can be quite deceptive actually how many guys are in the rookie village. Sometimes, you think there's like 3 or 4 of them, but I've known there'd be like a dozen. Surprising how many when you count them up.
Вот дерьмо-то, а. День коту под хвост катится. Ни хабара, никакого приварка.
Посмотрел на все это и говорит: ну что, черт, тепло у вас тут, сухо, да и развлечений побольше, чем у нас на болотах. Так что я, пожалуй, тут пока.
Все тихо, блин.
Полило, да?
The way he says that is as if I'm a date for him or something. It's pretty creepy. Right, move that to the backpack. That's... I think I'm going to sell that. I don't really want to risk... I suppose actually I could use that repair kit on it, but... I don't know, I'd rather save it for something a bit more worthwhile. And that isn't so knackered in the first place. It may not even repair it, actually, if it's that... Yeah, I mean, it's just nothing left of it. It's barely being held together. Right, okay, let's sell some of this crap. So the pseudo... Oh god, I've got to listen to this radio again. Resistance of mutant dogs. Alright, scientists might be interested in that, I suppose. Yeah, I might hang on to that, actually. The problem is, as I said before, is that they weigh so much, so I'm going to sell most of them.
Not bad. Some pretty good stuff you've got there.
Что еще?
Thought I dropped something and it sounded like it. Yeah, once again, scientists will be interested in that. If I can hang on just to one of each, at least for now, it'll be okay.
Okay, that's it. Go now. Well, good hunting, Stalker.
Right, I think it's a good time to make a hard save. Always gives you a safe feeling when you make a hard save. You know that if you're not aware of it, in S.T.A.L.K.E.R you should make the occasional hard save, because depending on the mod or the game version, you can. It has been known for people to lose their saves from quick saving all the time. So do make the odd hard save. Be on the safe side. Right, where's Nimble? Half tempted to keep this suit actually, but it's not that great. Have a quick look at it actually. Leather coat. Don't see what the difference is. Am I missing something here? 15, 15, 10. Looks to be pretty much the same apart from that. Alright, chains and lining. No difference in the grand scheme of things, really. Right, you can have that. I've got a stone flower, some ammo, which is great. Hopefully I can use it. Medkit. I don't think I can, actually. Right, so stone flower, good. So what's this like? Not a bad protection on the bullet side of things, but pretty damn high radiation for an artifact. Right, so it's pretty much just the pistol at the moment, which, yeah, I don't mind. It's more important that the condition of it's good, which I think it's in perfect condition. Right, so what's the next thing to do? Just little touches like that look really good. Right, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Find the artifact for the Wounded Stalker. I did do this actually off camera when I finished doing the installation guide for this mod months back now. But knowing what I know or what I think will happen, I'm not sure I'm going to bother. Right, it's the meat chunk, isn't it? So the hunger and the impacts and so on aren't good, but... Alright, I might as well do it, I suppose. I'll give people a chance to see how things turn out if they haven't seen it before. It's nothing much, just a bit more variety, I guess. Right, okay.
Висит на базе долго объявление. Организуется поход в зону с целью охоты на монстров и поиск артефактов.
Right, so let's ask him how he is.
Желающих любителей этого дела назначен на 9:00. Этого дела брать с собой по 2 бутылки.
So it's giving us a message about something called Digger, or someone called Digger. And then he...
Темно. Очень темно.
fairly unconvincingly dies on us. Yeah, I think I will take that. I don't know whether I'm going to regret it or not. Probably not. The artifact helped, but couldn't save him. Did he tell you who he was and where he was going? Yeah, he mentioned Digger. Mentioning something about a cache. Right, I mean, that guy seems a little bit protective of perhaps something he's holding back. So he's got an ulterior motive, I expect. Right, so that's about all I can do on that. particular mission at the moment. Right, so now I've got to go and... something to do with the military here. Right, so get a bag of artifacts from Wolf.
Новичков нынче как собак нерезанных. И все они лучше стариков знают.
So we want to get the bag of... we want to take the bag that has artifacts in it. So I'm going to meet them under the bridge.
Костя Федорович, может, помните, наткнулся на артефакт. Щебенка как щебенка. Но он его не выкинул, вот чуйка такая у него была. Таскал зону с собой как талисман в нагрудном кармане. Ну и парни, которые вместе с ним ходили, говорят, что зона его любила. Пускала далеко. Но потом оказалось не очень.
I seem to recall when I did this before, I needed some fuel for the car, unless it's got... Yeah, I remember actually having difficulty understanding what I had to do. I guess that's, you open it when you're going to fill it, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, so clearly, as you can see, there's in the top bar there where the petrol can is, there's nothing in the car, so the bar below it represents its kind of integrity, I think, which, believe it or not, is good at the moment. Alright, I'm not quite sure how I got out of that. Alright, okay, yeah. Right, so I need some fuel. Do you just have to go and buy it, or is it a quest to go and find it? Or does Wolf give it to me? I didn't even notice him offering it to me. Well, nothing obvious there.
Завязывай. Сбивались тут в стае. Ну, точно звери, по цвету шкуры. Одни как разбойничали, так и разбойничали. И другие то ли нас от зоны, то ли зону от нас охраняют. Солдаты, блин, тоже.
There's the little quest there, not related to the one with the car, but it's... He's looking for a box of dynamite, which is hidden in a locomotive. So that must be above the bridge, I'd imagine. Or, no, actually it's not. I think it's... I don't know if it's north or east of there. But I know where I mean anyway. But yeah, I think I know where it is. Yeah, I'll try that later on. Right. I'm going to see if Sid's got some fuel. I really shouldn't have sold that to him, because it's probably going to cost a fortune now. Yeah, 10,000. I suppose I could look around and see if I can find something. Just you know, there's probably another one lying around somewhere.
Ну, тут и говорить.
So I think I'll try that first, rather than spend over 10 grand. I suppose I may as well go and try and find that dynamite in that locomotive.
Подошли к колодцу, окунули его головой вниз по пояс. Через минуту достают и спрашивают. Артефакты, бабло есть?
Could also look for that
Нету. Опускают его еще раз, достают, спрашивают. Артефакты,
yeah, I'm
бабло
going.
есть?
I think both of them are in the same direction, so I'll try that. Right, I'm going to get out of here before the military turn up.